Hello, welcome to Moviemusters. TV, Power Book Roman 3, Raising Kanan, Season 3, Episode 7. Where all are guilty, there is no judge. Note, the most recent episode of Power Book Roman 3, Raising Kanan contains spoilers. The Power Book Roman 3, Raising Kanan episode this week is tense even if it isn't really dramatic. Where all are guilty, the 7th episode of Season 3 begins with Kanan and Ronnie's recent alliance. One of their first actions as a team is to physically abuse Paul, who had threatened to report Kanan to the police for stealing his drivers. This marks the beginning of Kanan's darker tendencies. In Episode 7, we witness him confronting Famous, sparring with Jukebox, treating Isha disrespectfully on a date, and visiting to Crystal. Something that will likely result in additional problems. Though each episode seems to be worsening Kanan, the worst is still to come. Additionally, Where All Are Guilty depicts the fallout from Lou's visit to Scrappy's mother. Lou was too inebriated to comprehend what he was doing when he paid her a visit, thus it turns out that it was an accidental visit. That was irrelevant though, because Scrappy's mother went to the police and informed Detective Howard what Lou had said. Fortunately for the Thomas family, Raq was informed by Howard of Scrappy's mother's visit, and she gave Marvin the order to have Lou handle it. Lou killed Scrappy's mother as a result, wrapping up the episode. Meanwhile, Jukebox's musical career carries on as her girl trio Butta practices for a mall concert and does a cover shot. Jukebox and Crystal's ongoing incompatibility is a major source of tension in the group, which gets worse when Jukebox witnesses Crystal and Kanan making out. Crystal is cautioned by Jukebox to avoid him, but as we can see, she disregarded his advice. Raq makes her first move back into the game by setting up an operation with Unique's former distributor, and we also see Famous relocate back home with his mother. The following are some of the main ideas and queries we had following the third season's 7th episode. Firestarters like Kanan Power Book Roman 3, Raising Kanan 307 stars Kanan Crystal. In his life, Kanan is destroying all of his bridges. The relationship between Raq and Kanan is at its lowest point ever due to factors brought on by his mother, and made worse by both of them. Famous and Kanan don't get along either, to the point where Famous moved out of his own apartment for his own protection after receiving threats from both Ronnie and Kanan. After Kanan chose to work with Ronnie, Snaps, and Pop, his friendship with Jukebox deteriorated, and it got worse after his first date with Isha went poorly. Wait until she learns that Kanan moved on to Crystal without much notice. As payback for Paul's threat to call the police, Kanan had Ronnie and his cronies rough up Paul. When you consider all of these factors, it becomes evident that Kanan is a firestarter who, as long as he gets his way, doesn't care much about the people or things he burns. Though it won't take long for Kanan to burn back, you can never predict the extent of his damage or the lengths he will go to. Dreams of Jukebox's music can't get enough. Power Book Roman 3, Raising Kanan 307 stars Jukebox. I wish everyone would simply let Jukebox pursue her ambitions of becoming a musician without any arguments or unruly disruptions. Her father had to break up an audition to inform Butta's group manager that Jukebox needed to take the lead in the group. Kanan has been mistreating Isha and flirting with Crystal at the same time. Lastly, we have the problems between Crystal and Jukebox since they simply do not get along. Juke's pursuit of a music career is overall turning out to be more dramatic than necessary. When you combine that with rehearsals, you have a really stressful scenario that could have an impact on the group's success, particularly in the beginning. Butta appears to be a gifted bunch, and if everyone in the group concentrates on the music and shuts out outside noise, they can do anything. The legendary Raq is back, and he's raising Kanan. Power Book Roman 3 307 Raq stars. Raq realizes at the end of episode 6 that she is supposed to be living on the streets. She feels that her life as a law-abiding citizen is a waste of her talents, so she makes the necessary moves to return to the game. She makes contact with the former distributor of Unique in order to sell out of the Chinese restaurant that Unique intended to open. The sole distinction is that Raq intends to expand the business to all of the Chinese restaurant owners' establishments. Raq has all she needs to jump right back into the game when she learns that the owner has 20 eateries. Something about Raq's comeback suggests that things are about to change, as though her upcoming movies in the games will be more skillful than ever. If so, Raq's future and her pursuits have a very bright future. Are Gerald and Lou-Lou savable by Marvin? Power Book Roman 3, Raising Kanan 307 Marvin Gerald stars. Marvin is trying to bring Lou and Gerald, two significant individuals in his life, back on the right road in addition to helping Jukebox with her music career and Raq's pursuits. In Season 3, Gerald's heroin addiction has driven him to the brink of despair on a few occasions. The first occurred earlier in the season when Marvin appeared to take Gerald to the hospital, ultimately saving him from a fatal overdose. Marvin confronted Gerald this week with his decision to leave his girls in his car for more than an hour in order to use his home as a drug chute. For the girls' sake, Marvin fortunately discovered them in the car, brought them inside, confronted Gerald, and told him to get over it. Marvin is also attempting to convince Lou to cut back on his drinking, as it's getting them both into a lot of problems at the same time. Lou apologizes incoherently to Scrappy's mother in episode 6 for killing her son, but as this week's episode reveals, he doesn't remember it at all. It is only after Marvin informs him that Scrappy's mother entered the precinct to inform investigators about Lou's visit that he realizes what he did. Fortunately for them, Detective Howard spoke with Scrappy's mother, and after that he informed Raq, who gave Marvin the go-ahead to tidy up the mess. Lou had to kill Scrappy's mother as a result of his actions, but not before Marvin informed him that a lot of his recent issues were related to his drinking. In order to protect themselves from further issues, Lou and Gerald both need to change their ways. Marvin is determined to be a great help, but his efforts will only succeed if Lou and Gerald are willing to assist themselves. Starz is now airing new episodes of Power Book Roman 3, Raising Kanan. Please don't forget to like, comment, share, and subscribe for more videos. Thanks for watching.